live. Let's play some early morning Vampire. A game that I pronounce differently each time. Vampire. Vampire. Oh, believe me, I know. Every action I take can have consequences because I'm fucking up the district right now. Every time you have to eat people, but every time you eat people, you lose. Your district becomes more unstable. So I'm basically destabilizing my district as I like don't understand why the game would do that. Why it would punish you for a mechanic that it created to help you. I guess I'm gonna be a broken record with that. Alright, what were we doing? Oh, I think we were actually headed out to do this mission. Yeah. What are these things? Stores? People who will trade with me, I think. I don't know, this map is horrendous. Oh shit, okay. Wow, this is a big game. Oh, I guess not that big. Table was healthy. Then I ate a guy that was a mission objective. That was dumb. I thought I had just randomly encountered him, but realized later he had the little objective marker over him. Whoops. Oh, body.
It's locked.
Oh, yeah. I remember this place. Okay. Vampire run. I can like apparate, yet this is the fastest I can sprint. Let's go. No jump. No jump button. God forbid vampires don't jump. That's right, serious, and everybody here was such a high level. Oh. We're just gonna take this straight because I went down a back alley last time and it was like a level 20. I was just waiting there. Let's just get right to it. For this fucking guy. It'd be cool if you could like go up, like, you know, do your little zip. I keep using the word apparate, but I don't know what else to use. He like turns into dust and then reappears somewhere else. Teleport. Fuck. Oh yeah, I switched to the axe. Ooh. Forgot I had that. Oh, what is that? Ah. How? Oh. Shit. I'm trying to switch weapons, sorry. Let me kill this guy first. Alright, I'm not using this gun anymore. That was foolish. Get rid of this thing. That's what I needed. That steak was doing wonders. Oh, stamina. 30. 35. Let's try this. It's a good combo. We'll see. What was that? Scary. Oh, I went up there. Oops. All these like posters on the wall talking about the pandemic. Nasty. Nasty business, the Spanish flu. The parallels are uncanny to today. I'm sure that's why this game got added, or was a thought when it did.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, you're a vampire. I can't believe you're doing a lot of things.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye. But the guards recruiting more and more every year.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol. Last warning, sir. Watch yourselves. There's one of them.
Oh. Ah. Oops. Try to take care of the fire guys first.
Bloody leech!
Oh. Get out of here. Oh, why is there no jump? Like, I can't even just hop that rail. Oh, I ran right into it. I got claws too. Every roof? Buddy, I can't even get up to the roof. This character doesn't even jump. What am I gonna do? And I can only apparate to like certain places. God, I really need to stop using that word. I can't go through here, right? Okay. Oh, what does this one say? Oh, curfew. Yeah, we had that in New York City too. We had it all.
Smells like rotten meat. One near on that one.
I'll put it in!
Ah, no, too many. No. That's what they do, they start... The AI is like kind of smart. I bet this game on like the hardest difficulty is probably really freaking hard. Especially since I just stand here and take so many hits.
Christ! He's dead!
Damn. Come on. It's like... Jeez. Thank you. Damn, like that doesn't stun him, that's crazy. What am I supposed to do? Jeez. I swear I'm hitting it before he hits me. It's just like sloppy. Ooh. Little treehouse. Little fort. No.
I cannot enter.
Okay, so what's the point of being up here? Is there a baby crying? It's probably not good.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert, stop it!
I won't end up another drunk arsehole. Not me. The wet boots will be proud
What?
of me.
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street? Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. No one can help me. Not even you.
Are you a vampire?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Trap.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and
Tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Yikes.
Whatever the boy did,
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just failed me last nerve.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my
Damn.
Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just...
It's just that I'm an asshole.
I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
That's it.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
This stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Who the hell's yelling?
Not me.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Nice. Nice, dude.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor...
Sod off, mister. You ain't got...
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of it. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
Oh. Damn it. Oh, I can only craft. That's stupid. Oh my god. Sometimes this game. Like I can't make it here. Come on. Ah, fucking hell. Whatever.
I will see you later. Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
I'm leaving those goons for now.
It's all a bloody joke to you, isn't it? Stupid drugs from the sick and suffering.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid.
Oh, I already got everything. Oh,
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
you know, this game could have been like sick if they fixed the combat. I mean, it would take a lot more than that, but the combat is like dull. So barbaric methods you should not feel ashamed to get a grip. I like never know which ones to pick. Whatever.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours.
I pick the ones where you're nice
This
to
is
them and
nothing you
they
should be
respond
ashamed
mean.
of, Benjamin.
It's like,
And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
I'm not ashamed.
say,
I just need...
A gun, alcohol.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I
yeah.
am.
Then you
so.
have come to the right place. The famous
Hydroxychloroquine.
Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies?
During my
I'm
studies,
Jonathan
I'm
Reed.
Jonathan Reed.
Doctor.
Oh, Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research.
Really?
Sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke?
Sus.
I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Look who's talking,
Tell me.
lady.
Who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Okay.
I'd like to see what kind of
Is there a work? Yes. Let's go do this. Get rid of this. Oh my god, if I have to talk to that fucking guy again. Okay.
I reckon again you pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of
According to you.
Why is that?
Not familiar with this
Hello,
neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Okay. Now I'm all plugged in.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Everybody loves telling me to sod off.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse,
Bitch.
then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Am I gonna get to play? Am I gonna get to play the game? I know, Franco, because I'm charging this.
As a merchant, you
It's
see
a bad
merchants
time.
every
It's
day.
a bad time.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah.
Do you want
A
to
few
come
nights
way
ago,
over
some
here?
blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
mean, I haven't found a need for money
Have you
or
been
any of
hurt?
the stuff
No,
that I've been
but that's only
gathering.
because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you.
Alright,
Not
Frankie,
even able
alright.
to speak anymore, just
Daddy's gotta
screaming.
play his game now.
Right then. Show me what you have.
I mean, what do I need? Can I look at it? I only have 318 shillings. How much does this stuff cost? I figured a good amount, but... What do I need to upgrade? This thing's been really working. Okay, you gonna settle right there? It's a good spot. That's a good spot to settle, Frankie. Okay. Oh, I can't do anything until I'm at the workbench, whatever the fuck. So stupid.
I know it's hard to believe, but this district has always been wretched.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed.
I mean,
and
for
would
God's
like to
sakes,
ask
I'm
you a
just
few
trying to
questions.
find this hideout. I keep
May I
running
enter?
into people.
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Let me
Your
in.
father is worried
I
about
thought vampires had to
you.
be
He
invited
asked
in.
me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I know her. She came in
Sorry.
to examine me when I was very sick.
Sorry, Franco.
She said I should go out more.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean,
Me.
it's not easy every day, but I'm fine.
I didn't realize this game was gonna be like
I'm
this.
just tired
It
of
like
being
turned out
sick all
better
the
than I
time.
thought.
If only I could be tough like,
Just random thoughts.
well, you know.
I like really thought it was gonna be
Speaking
more
of
like
which,
Devil May Cry-ish.
tell
You're
me
this
about
like
your
OP
father?
vampire
My
that
father is
just
an idiot who makes idiot things.
wreaks
That's all I
havoc,
have
but
to
it's
say.
very like RPG,
Forgive my bluntness.
very
but
conversation and
you
decision
don't
based.
seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in
I wonder
the
if
first
somebody's
place.
done a run where they've just like eaten
My
everyone.
father's
What happens to like
decision.
missions?
Look around
You
you.
just like,
Does this
oh,
look
you
like
can't
a
do the
nice
doctor
place to
stuff
live?
anymore because you bit him early.
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr.
Hey.
Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Hang on, I'm just gonna do something real quick. Quick. I just want to change. Sorry, one more second. Alright. We're back. Let's get this conversation finished with. I could just mesmerize him and eat him.
Goodbye, young man.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Yeah, this guy's a huge, huge bummer. I gotta get out of here. First, I have to take all the stuff out of his house while he stands there and watches me do it.
Dreams are soaked with gloom.
Oh, man.
It's locked, all right.
Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife. But it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed wet boot boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest... Whoa. A background check from Victorian England. No, it's like post-World War II, post-World War I. I think that's the war everyone fought in. He's just so used to vampire games being in those kind of times. Alright, so where's this workbench that's supposed to be up here? Come on. Get out of here. Shut up. With your dreams soaked in gloom. Alright. Did I learn anything about him? I think I got a hint.
What do you...
Goodbye.
No.
You again?
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Harry doesn't seem happy
happen.
living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else. Whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy.
Aw.
Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
We gotta get these guys together.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Alright, bud, settle down. Oh.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
Yeah, the
I
wet
got
boot
enlisted
boys.
by
What
the
are you
wet
talking
boot
about?
boys, a gang from the docks.
Oh,
And
it's
they're
out of
rough
order.
For their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
That's new.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
That looks all too familiar. Is that guy dead though? Oh, this must be me. No. Oh, it's so brutal when we get the loading screen. It could not take longer. Maybe not coming in, but going out it will. Let's go level up a little bit. Jeez. Oh. Yes. Like, what do I do with all that stuff? I'm getting cigarette cases and tartars and... It's like a... Oh, I guess I make stuff. Oh. Oh. I have so much of this stuff. Okay. Wrong kind. Maybe I should make like one of each. Maybe two of each. Oh, I need more codeine. Classic. Okay, I need a lead plate. Two common handle parts and 3 lead plates. So I actually need... six common handle parts. Right? Because I'm gonna use... Oh no, I need 5 common handle parts. And 3... and 4 lead plates. 14, come on. Freaking dead. Oh no, they're not bad. I just stood there and took it. Jeez, I don't want this mystery to deepen. I just want to go outside. Scream. Games are on today. I think some good ones. Giants play at 4:30. Giants Cowboys. I can't wait for that. Raiders Chiefs at 1. That'll be good. Actually, Cincinnati Baltimore should be fun. Okay, now where is my man there selling stuff? Where were they? Was it after these guys?
Dad, you'll understand. You've wasted your life away.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Very confused where they went. Wasn't this the shop? Sometimes this game.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley drinking worse than
Shut up.
Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Fancy buying?
You never lose your... Right then. Show me what you...
Damn. Oh, what a terrible system. What are they talking about? Oh no, 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 no.
Good evening.
Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Ugh. Gotta load every time on my way in and out. Alright, do I have a bed here? Because that's all I need. Yes. Great. I bite a lot during combat. $600. Are any of these cheap? Oh, right. Nothing bad happened. Why is it doing that? Just gonna take a second. Be right back. Be back like 2 minutes. Alright, we're back. I'm back. Alright, is that everything? I'm not gonna I don't think I'm gonna be able to craft anything else. Oh. Sick. Oh, I'm not selling any of this shit. I love crafting. Should I absorb blood when the weapon hits? Add stun. I feel like maybe add stun. Because it really does like blow them back, you know? 1 more lead plate, 3 more common handle parts. Alright, feeling a little better. Let's test on these clowns. Oh, no. Ah, come on. This thing takes forever to launch. Hell yeah. Alright, back out into the world. Oh, these load times really are something else.
Time to start your day.
Shut up, Alexa.
Good morning. Today is National Coming Out Day, a day to celebrate each person's right to be who they are.
Oh, great.
And to take pride in themselves. Have a great authentic day.
Great. Thanks, Alexa.
Oh my god!
Stop.
That leech is small! Oh god!
Alright, let's just go advance these missions here. I feel like I'm gonna waste so much time just running around, re-killing enemies. Oh, I went all the way around. Okay. Man, the circle sprint is brutal.
The answer to all your problems. As As long as you have the money.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Afraid I can't do
Nurse
that.
Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
I like
To
this
that
guy's
house,
style.
I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Are you kidding me?
It's locked, all right.
I mean,
There's nobody here.
is he gonna answer it?
Swallowing a cordial can be the answer to all your problems. You think again.
So I basically can't. I can't get in. Those are the two entries.
Nobody at home. I cannot enter.
Listen, buddy, I'm just trying to help us all out here. Infuriating. I like genuinely don't know.
Swallowing a cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
Gotta look it up.
As long as you have the money.
Just like that, you're taken out of it entirely. It's a broken mission. I investigate the areas. Yeah, of course, everybody's had this question because if you press the L3 button, your vampire sense will track Darius as he exits the house, walks across the courtyard, and approaches the door. Once you've arrived at the locked gate with your vampire senses active, eavesdrop on the conversation with Nurse Crane. Why isn't this game rendering anymore?
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
just the way it
refused him
looks.
entry.
No, it definitely looks
Darius,
better.
how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Stray poet.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Cheap price.
There is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
You don't like nurses in
exactly a fan
general?
of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Oh man, this guy's like alt-right.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer.
Oh my god, it's so accurate. It's like
he walks through the valley
crazy.
of the shadow of death.
I have heard enough.
Oh, that wasn't either guy. Great.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you.
But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an
independent journalist
hoping to sell some stories.
investigating an epidemic, while right-wing conservative religious groups claim that it isn't real.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the
Sounds
Spanish
very
influence?
familiar.
It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on.
People shouldn't be demoralized by news of an epidemic. Yeah, no shit.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
It like feels like they made this after the
Have
coronavirus.
you any idea of the danger you
It's
face
too spot
in
on.
these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named...
Top of the morning.
I don't know much about the man.
Hi, Gaga.
He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Why am I asking her questions?
You don't seem to need my medical attention for now. Very well.
Wow, I wish all the conversations were like that. Oh, damn, there's like a big conspiracy going on. Aren't I supposed to be finding a fucking mailbox? My dearest, most beloved children, I'm so sorry you've not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war, but there is also a war going on here in England. A war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight, despite my advanced years. This is why I'm writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now. You have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me and remember that your father loved you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am as ever your loving father, Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Quarantine. Keep out of this area. By the health board. Oh yeah, I gotta find Richard Nithicott.
It's locked.
When they say hanging out behind the church, okay. That's what they mean, and there's probably no way for me to get back there. Knowing this game. Oh, come on. Not being able to jump is tough. It's a tough look.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor, Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I...
Okay.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed.
No mask.
Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you know
No.
you... Goodbye.
Was she connected to? Oh, Clayton Darby. Everyone's got fatigue. Jeez. Things are not going well for him. Oh, they're going even worse now. Got me. That's 2 swings. Hitting no- Oh, come on! Hitting nothing. Oh, this camera, man. Holy cow. It's almost as bad as Assassin's Creed. Where I would play with like my more fingers over the buttons so that I could like spin the camera and continue to attack. That was nuts. I know it doesn't sound nuts, but it was nuts. In the area. Okay, Richard. Look a little bit like Benedict Cumberbatch. Come.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'm looking for
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
Huh. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are evil in the eyes of the flu. Equal.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know
Vampire
the sitter
Fauci.
of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts?
Terrible, you say? No.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic.
Yeah, we said that
quiet,
too.
Nowhere to be found. And
London
now,
before the flu,
listen to
noisy.
this oddly peaceful silence.
Now it's oddly peaceful.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just... afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But, will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Oops. Yeah, whatever.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Tell me, in what way exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
I'll leave you. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in. Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary.
Damn, really?
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
This game.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Come on.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
How do I get mesmerized level 2? I already regret this. You're in here 2 seconds and you're taking coins off my desk. Oof, how many times in this game have I turned around and walked right back out the door? Oh yeah, she's back here. My dear Dorothea, when you read this letter, I will be on the boat that will take Anton and me back to Brasov. England was not for us, and I confess I cannot wait to see again the proud hills of Transylvania. As soon as we are there, I promise I'll light a candle in the Black Church and pray for you to survive this terrible epidemic. I know that you do not agree with this decision and that you are determined to be more useful by helping our comrades exiled in the East End, but Anton cannot wait to return to our beloved country and see our long-awaited revolution bloom. He is my husband. I will stay by his side. I know we had our arguments and our fights. I know you would have wanted me to stand by your side and help you manage the clinic of yours, but now that I'm leaving England, be assured that if anything were to happen to you, if you were ever in great trouble or danger, I would come back immediately to London with or without Anton. Please think of me as much as I think of you. I'm your affectionate sister.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van
Whoa,
Vasily.
cutscene.
High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
Sorry, bud.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. Yes. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
It's cardiac massage.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Hey. Hey, Belly. You take Tums?
I doubt you're here to
right.
test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Hell yeah.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Wait, a man? I don't understand what this
is. It's locked.
I never know if I'm doing the right thing. Maybe that's the point. I mean, I could have embraced her. Oh, jeez. What the fuck?
It's elite! Shit! You paid for that! It's one of them!
The dodge mechanic is too bad for how much ground they cover when they attack. They basically leap like a main character.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Doctor. If you want
Did I make
to
it
talk to
worse?
Dorothy-
We've not been formally in.
I am Darius Petrescu.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man, for sure, but a very poor writer.
Wait, didn't I just
tell me everything?
Shouldn't it be grayed out?
I do not believe in...
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor? It must be my lucky day.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'll come back if I have to. But I've been holding my own in combat.
Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid...
A gun, alcohol. How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man. Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
No. What am I supposed to do?
Kill him, boy! Crush the leech, boy!
I head to this part last night. Oh, what's up? I am not playing this game. I don't think the way you're supposed to. It's a very pacifist run. I don't want to hurt anybody. Oh man, brutal. Those shields. Actually, the gun's brutal. Not in the gas. Oh fuck. That's how we went down. Woo. Chompy chompy. And hit him with the old uppercut. Oh, come on. Are these guys... Do they ever stop coming? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it now. Yeah, same. I like wanted a very Halloween game. This is right. Ow. That's not a bad reason though, I don't think. Oh shit. There we go. Oh man. Ow. Die, Toby. Ah. Ah. Oh. Oh my god. Game's sick though. I mean, yeah, it's free, but it was pretty good. Not perfect. I know I'm a complainer, but it's little things. It's like if you just played this game for 10 minutes, you'd be like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's harder than that. It's the right way. Yeah. Let's go. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. First and foremost, loading. I know that's like a result of it not being... I don't know, is it AAA? I don't think so. Yeah, it's something new. Who to bite and who not to bite. I mean, that's really it. That's all I'm doing. It's something new. It's different. Like the whole... I really thought it was going to be... I said this at the beginning, but I thought it was going to be more like, for lack of a better comparison, like Devil May Cry. Like something where it's like you're this overpowered, like, oh, waves of enemies, and you're just going to like wreak havoc on the town. And then you're like asking questions and empathizing with people and talking about the pandemic. It's like, oh, it's that kind of game. You're like Batman Vampire. Oh, whoa, that's why that's like that. So I can apparate up to it. The hideout thing, the crafting could all be better, like... But... it's fun. Oh, I'm looking for... Oh yeah, Lady Ashbury's inside. Got some fatigue medicine for everybody. Oh, it's you. I was gonna eat you. But I couldn't find her. No, I'm not gonna do it now. I already ate somebody here and fucked it up. It was bad. I also feel like I'm never doing the right thing. It's like I'll do something and the characters always react like, how could you do that? It's like, I didn't know. I was just guessing. Like, if you're nice with them and they're mean back, you're like, well, I tried. Alright, where's this person? They're in the corner there. I thought they were inside. Okay. After all up, yeah. It's just like, I mean, could you really go through and eat all the people that give you missions? I mean, how long would the game be?
Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
What?
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires after all.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey.
Oh, these rascally vampires.
Next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
Always drinking blood.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm
Ew.
a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway,
No, what?